Lesson 8-9 is about volume. Volume is just a measure of all the space occupied by a 3D figure. We're going to use a formula each time for volume. Volume is equal to capital B times lowercase h. This is base area times height, where that capital B is the area of the base shape, and the lowercase h is the distance between the bases. So we have a rectangular prism that we want to find the volume of. It is 10 meters across, 8 meters back, and it goes up 6 meters. So when we're finding this volume, we're going to start with that volume formula over here. We'll go to the side and say volume is equal to the base area times the height. But we need to start with the base area. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to name that shape for the base. It's a rectangle. So when I'm looking at capital B, I'm actually finding the area of a rectangle. So I have this shape down here. That rectangle is 10 by 8 meters. So the area is 80 meters squared. I'm going to plug that into my formula and say that my base is 80 square meters times my height here is 6 meters. And so I multiply those. 80 times 6 is 480, and that's cubic meters, because we had meters times meters times meters. And we're finished. That's all the space within that shape. So now we're going to find the volume of a triangular prism. It has a base of 4 feet. It has a height of 2.5 feet. And it has a depth of 5 feet. And so I'm going to think first about what my base shape is. In this case, my base shape would be a triangle, because I have a triangle on the front and the back of this prism, and they're connected by rectangles, so it's a triangular prism. And so my base is a triangle, and so I'm going to find the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. So in this case, the base is 4 feet, the height is 2.5. I multiply that through, and 1/2 of 4 is 2, times 2.5 is 5. So I get an area of 5 square feet. And then I'm just going to plug that into my formula for volume, which is volume equal base area times height. So my base area we found was 5. And then the height would be the distance between these two triangles here, which is 5 feet. So the volume is 5 times 5, which is 25 cubic feet. Okay, for example 3, we're going to find the volume of a cylinder. A cylinder is made up of a circle that there's a circle on each end of this cylinder, on each base, and then there's height between those. We could think of a can would be an example of a cylinder. And so we're going to first start by finding the base area, which in this case is a circle. So our base, the circle, we find the area of the circle, which is A equal pi r squared. So we'll use 3.14 for pi, and we've got that this radius is 2 inches, and we'll square that. So 2 squared is 4, times 3.14 is 12.56 square inches. And then to get the volume, we just take the base area, a circle, and multiply by height. So we've got 12.56 times the height, the distance between the circles is 5 inches. When we multiply those, we get 62.8 cubic inches.